Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. I've got two topics for you today. My topic number one is according to data released by the Reserve Bank of India, lendings to large industry has come down in the last 1 year. Now, let's discuss that in detail. That's my topic number one. My topic number two is political. My topic number two deals with the spat that Mr. Anand Sharma, senior leader of Congress, had with Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, leader of Congress in Lok Sabha in West Bengal. Let's discuss that too in detail. Let's get right into the show. The credit to large industry this year around has come down from 2.5% in January 2020 to 1.3% in January 2021. So it has come down substantially. In terms of money, the outstanding bank credit to large industries declined by 59,610 crores, which is now rupees 22.78 lakh crores as on January 29th, 2021. These data was being issued by RBI. Now, there is one good thing also. The good thing is credit to medium-sized industry has grown by 19.1% in 2021 January compared to 2.8% in 2020 January. So mid-size agency, the credit has been good. Credit to MSMEs, micro and small industries, not massively changed, but yes, has been an improvement from 0.5% in 2020 January to 0.9% in 2021 January. So there has been a growth there too, but not so significant, small growth. So to give you some more information, personal loan has come down to 9.1% this year from 16.9% in January 2020. Housing loan has also come down from 17.5% in 2020 to 7.7% this year in 2021. So yeah, overall credit has been lower. People have not been taking money, obviously because of the pandemic, obviously because of the fact that people are not going to work and so on and so forth. The personal loan also came down. Housing loan, obviously nobody was buying properties at least till January 2021. So yeah, I mean, even housing loan came down. Now that said, RBI is very confident that things will change. RBI is very confident things will change during 2021-22. And they say one of the reasons why they are very confident that things will change is because they say that looking at the demand for real estate in the last couple of months, that is starting January, February, and now early March, they say that the demand is pretty good. So therefore, they're hopeful that 2021-22, the credit will be larger. Now, all this is fine. What is the point that I want to make? Quickly, I will tell you what the point I want to make. You see, large industries has conned banks, has conned our money, took our money, most of them ran away from India. They have created a lot of NPAs. All this is correct. Nobody denies these facts. But the fact remains that because of that, not giving money to large industry will not be the solution, or being very stringent or being very strict or being almost impossible for large industries to take money from the bank is not good for our economy. Finally, like we always said, and even the Prime Minister said, that we need wealth creators in this country. So we need large industries. RBI needs to be more responsible. They cannot shrug their responsibility away and say that the bank didn't do their due diligence or the bank was the culprit and so on and so forth. And we, Baba, our auditing, we didn't see it. We saw it after 11 years. We saw it after 20 years and all that. That should stop. More responsibility should be given to Reserve Bank of India to ensure that they audit banks properly. Most of the cases that we've seen where monies have been siphoned out of India, or the banks have been duped, or NPAs have been created, most of the cases we have seen that there has been a clear nexus between the employees of the bank and the borrower. There has been a clear nexus in most of the cases, be it Punjab National Bank or be it Bank of Punjab and Maharashtra. There has been a nexus, and somewhere down the line we also found that RBI, the auditor, couldn't find that out. Other than stopping banks from giving loan or making it very difficult for big industries to get loan, I think as an economy and as a country, we should ensure that we make the RBI more efficient, the RBI more responsible, and the RBI has to ensure that we don't get more NPAs anymore. This is what I would recommend. Okay. West Bengal has the Left Forum and Mamata Banerjee, that is TMC, and Bharatiya Janata Party, three major parties fighting. In the Left Forum, you have Congress and the left, CPI, CPIM. Now, incidentally, the left invited this gentleman called Abbas Siddiqui from Indian Secular Forum to come and join their alliance. So now, Indian Secular Forum, Abbas Siddiqui, who is the head of the Furfara Shrine, I hope I have pronounced it right, in West Bengal, came and joined the alliance. Now, left had called for a joint rally with Congress, with the Indian Secular Forum, that is Abbas Siddiqui, and themselves, the left parties. And they were in a forum, they were sitting in the same podium. Now, Congress was represented by Adhir Ranjan Das Chaudhary in the podium. Now, Anand Sharma got upset. Anand Sharma is the same person who's a senior Congress leader, but also part of the G23, the people who wrote letter to the Congress Working Committee saying that, boss, there should be a change in the leadership, there should be a good leadership, because there are problems with the Congress leadership, and Congress leadership should not only change on the top, the entire structure should change. This was what the G23 had written to Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and the Congress president then, and the CWC. And Anand Sharma was one of the leading members of the G23. He was also part of that rally that was in Jammu and Kashmir headed by Ghulam Nabi Azad. So he was part of the G23 and he wrote this letter. Now, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said, "Bhai, tum mere ko kyun bol rahe ho yaar? Why are you telling me? I have not called them as part of alliance. It was the left who made them the part of alliance. It's the left who gave them 32 seats. We got 92 seats if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Congress got 92 seats and the left gave the Indian Secular Forum 30 seats. So, hum kya kare bhai? Left is leading the show. They called us, they called that person also. We were sitting there," he said. So, it's not our fault. Anand Sharma to this said, "Arey bhai, kaise bol rahe ho tum yaar? How can you sit with a party? How can you sit with a person like Abbas Siddiqui, who is seen as a communal person, who's running a communal party, though the name of the party is Indian Secular Force, he's running a communal party, he's head of a religious organization. How can you sit with him when the core ideology of Congress is secular? So, how can you sit with him? That too, the most important thing that you should remember is before taking anybody into the alliance or before sitting with anybody, you should take the permission of CWC, Congress Working Committee, which is the epitome of all committees in Congress. So, you should have taken the permission. Without any permission, without anything, you go and sit with Abbas Siddiqui. How fair is that? Adhir Ranjan said again, yeah, I'm telling you, he said, I don't know, it is not me, it is the left who called. And then there were certain questions asked. They said, "Bhai, you guys have tied up with the All India United Democratic Front of Badruddin Ajmal in Assam. वो क्या था? Isn't that a communal forum? Isn't that a communal party? You guys tied up with Indian Union Muslim League in Kerala. Isn't Muslim League a communal party? So how was that? You guys tied up with Shiva Sena, which calls itself a Hindutva party in Maharashtra. How is that? Now, to which Anand said that, hello, there is a difference. When we tied up with All India United Democratic Front, AIUDF, that is Badruddin Ajmal's party, we took permission of CWC. CWC gave a permit, gave a okay seal on that. Then that is when we took them as alliance. Muslim League in Kerala was our alliance of UDF since donkey's years. It was there for years together. And also, they had the certification, they had the approval or endorsement of the CWC. So that is why we took them as alliance. And as far as Shiva Sena is concerned, he says, bhai, where was the alliance? We didn't fight the election together. We are not fighting any election with them together. That was because we wanted to keep BJP out of the governance. Therefore, we supported Shiva Sena. It is not because, we wanted Shiva Sena or we are aligned with Shiva Sena or we have taken them as partners. So, that has not happened. Now, both sides of the argument has some weight. Both sides of the argument has got their own right and wrong. But somewhere down the line, I think politics is the name of opportunity. Politics is all about opportunity. So I think here, what happened in West Bengal is also part of that politics, which is opportunity. Before I end my today's editorial, I want to just get one thing to your notice. I don't know whether you have already noticed, I'm sure you have, but all the same, I thought I will talk about this. You see, influencing strategies is what they use in politics. They influence the voters. Now, influencing strategies has rapidly changed in India in the last 10 years. If you see the influencing strategy of India 10 years back, it was very different to the influencing strategy that India uses today. Now, it is said that the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, has started growing beard and hair and all because it was kind of to imply a similitude to Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Now, the party, Bharatiya Janata Party, associated a lot with Swami Vivekananda and with Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and with Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore in the last couple of months, just before the West Bengal elections. Now, if you look, even Rahul Gandhi has not been left behind. Rahul Gandhi has all of a sudden changed his imagery, his entire get-up and his entire approach towards politics. A lot of people say it's changed for the good. Rahul Gandhi, from the old kurta pajama or kurta jeans which he used to wear with a stubble and all that, he has changed to a bush shirt and a trouser. And he is now into swimming and into push-ups and into clicking photographs, and actually he's really out there enjoying himself with a brand new image. And this brand new image out there is also emanating a lot of confidence in the man. A lot of confidence has been emitting. So the point that I'm trying to make, his influencing strategies are changing more to feel-good strategies, like I said the other day, to do-good strategies. So, a lot of impetus, a lot of visual virals are going around about the imagery of the leader rather than what he intends to do for the country. This is very strange. And this is, to a very major extent, very new. Till I see you next time, Namaskar.